Hello everyone, this is second part of function. In last video, we had learned the different topics like functions, types of functions, characteristics of functions, advantages of function, declaration of function, how to declare the function, defining and calling a function, how to call the function C, call the function display from the main. Parameter passing method. Okay, there are two methods, call by value and call by reference. Okay, we will see in detail what is call by value and call by reference in this video. Also, we will learn how to return a value from the functions in this video. Let's see the example for this function with returning value. Function without returning value and with returning value. We will see the two functions, two programs. For better understanding, we will see the difference between these two. Okay, this is without returning value. See, here is a function void sum. This program is about calculate the addition of two numbers. Okay, void sum. The data type of this function is void sum. This is your prototype declaration. Then void main CLR SCR, okay, clear screen. And here the function called sum, okay. So control find out the definition of this part. So definition of this part is here void sum int a, b, c. Enter the value of a and b. Okay, this a, b, c are the local variables for this. Okay, a, b, c are the local variables. We can't use this variable outside this function. These are the local variables. And suppose here I am declaring the one variable int p. Now you can access this p inside the main function also and inside the sum function also, because this is your global variable. Global variable means what? A variable which is declared outside the function and you can access this variable anywhere in your program. And local variable means these are the declared inside the function and you can't access this variable outside the function, means the local. These are your local variable. Okay. So use this, accept the value of a and b from the user. C equals to a plus b and addition equals to %c. Here we are printing the answer in this function only. Okay. And again control jumps to this and then get ch and then close. Okay. You can print the message here also. Okay. Let's see one more example, function with returning a value. See, same example, int. Here I am using the data type int. Sum int comma int. You can directly specify here x and int y. If you don't want to specify the name of variable here, you can. Void main, then a, b, add. Okay, these are the local variable for this function. Printf, enter the value of a and b. Here I am accepting the values of variable inside the main function. Okay, a and b equals to sum a comma b and then call to this function. See, this is a call for the function sum. So where is the definition of this function? Here. Okay, here require the same data type. Okay, because we had declared this function as a int. So when you are defining this function, it is necessary to give the same data type. Int sum, int x, comma, int y. Okay. And then here, int c. C is a local variable for this function. Okay. And x plus y. See, when we are passing this argument, a and b are the actual argument. And then this x and y are the formal argument. These are the actual and these are the formal argument. Here int c and c is equals to x plus y. Add this x plus y and then return c. When we are using the data type for the function is int or float or other than the void, then it is compulsory to return a value. So this function will return the value of c and now store this value of function inside the one variable. Add is a one variable. Okay. So, and again here display addition equals to percent the add. You can't directly write here C, okay, because this is a local variable for this function. Let's check the output for this. Value of A is this and B is this, and here is your addition. This is also known as a call by value method. Okay, there are two methods of parameter passing. First is call by value and second one is a call by reference. What is actually the call by value? This method copies original value into function as argument. This method copies this original value of A and B to this as an argument. Okay, changes made to the formal parameters. See, these are the formal parameters. Changes made to formal parameter inside the function have no effect on the actual argument. If you are changing the value of x here, x equals to x plus 10 and y equals to y plus 10, then there is a no effect on this A and B, because we are copying this data into x and y. Okay, so changes made to the formal parameter inside this function have no effect on the actual argument. There is no effect on this argument A and B. Okay, actual and formal. These are the actual and these are the formal. Actual and formal arguments will be created in different memory location. Both having a different memory location for this also and this also different memory location. Okay, and here we are not using the pointer concept. And second type of parameter passing is call by reference. Let's see example for this call by reference. We are using the same example for call by reference. Okay, this is an example of call by reference. Call by reference. Okay, see here we are using the pointer concept because we are using the references, we are using the address. Okay, int sum, int pointer, int pointer. Okay, you can write directly int x and int y also. A, B, addition, then enter the value of A and B. Accept the value from the user A and B. And here we are passing this value sum of address of A, comma address of B. Here we are passing the address, we are passing the references as a argument. Okay, this method copy address of argument. This method copies the address. See, this is address of arguments into function as a argument. We are passing this address of argument as a function argument. Okay, and changes made in this formal parameter affect the actual argument. If you are trying to change x equals to x plus 10 and y equals to y plus 10, then it will affecting on A and B also. How? Because both are using same memory location. Here we are passing the addresses. Okay, so suppose you are doing the some changes here, then it will affect on this. Okay, so यहाँ पे जो भी changes आपने किए ना, तो यहाँ पे रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाएगी. सपोज x इक्वल्स टू x प्लस 10 किया है, y इक्वल्स टू y प्लस 10 किया है, तो ये a b both are also affecting by this. Okay, see here pointer x comma int pointer y, int c. Here we are performing the addition pointer x plus pointer y and it returning the value return c. Then c is here and here is the answer. Okay. Here actual, see this actual and formal parameters, formal arguments will be created in the same memory location. That's why we are using the pointer concept here. This ampersand sign and this asterisk, this star sign, value at address operator. We will see two more examples, nesting of function and recursive function. What is actually the nesting of function? Nesting of function means we can declare one function inside the another function. Okay, you can create the hierarchy in this. Okay, let's see one example. Here the function is void C work. Okay, I have taken the one function C work. Then void func work. You can do the any name to the function, but it is necessary to declare all the function outside the main, or you can declare the inside the main. but before the call or before the definition, it is necessary to declare the function here. Okay, void main, then CLR, SCR, clear screen. Printf, here is a statement printf, start learning new things. This is your message from the main function. Okay, and then I am giving the call to the C work function. Okay, here is only one call, C work function, but I am using the two function. Okay, C work. See inside the C work, where is the definition of C work? Definition of C work is here. Void C work, printf, learn C programming. Okay, here is a message, learn C programming. And in this function, I am giving the call to the next function, func work. Okay, I am giving the call to this function. You can call number of function inside the function. Okay, you can call the function inside this function, but you can't define the function inside the other function. Okay, so func work, where is the definition of this? Definition of this function is here. Okay, here is your function. You can use the one more function, like suppose parameter function. Okay, you can use this function also, parameter function, and it is necessary to define this function here. So I am using void parameter function. Okay, here is definition, or you can define the here also. Okay, so you can define here and print the message printf, or you can define at the end also. Okay, here is your message. Okay, and close the bracket here. Okay, now let's check the output of this function. Output of this program is Alt F9, then Control F9. See, first line is start learning new things. This is from the main function. Then learn C programming. This is message from the C work function. Then here you will learn what is function. This is message from the func work function. And two method for parameter passing. This is message from the your last function, the nested function, your parameter. Okay. In this way, you can create the number of function. You can call the one function inside the other function. Okay, but you can't define the one function inside the other function. Let's see next example for the recursion. What is recursion? We know that we can call the function number of times. Okay, so now we will see the example for the recursion. Recursion means here we are trying to call the same function inside this function. Okay, actually it is a process by which function calls itself. Okay, function calls itself. See, here is a recursion function. We are trying to call this function inside this. Okay, जो function यहाँ पे है ना, वही function हम फिर से यहाँ पे write कर रहे हैं. Actually it is not allowed in a normal function, but we are trying to call same function. Okay, it is a process by which function call itself repeatedly. You can call the number of times this function here until some specified condition has been satisfied. Okay, it is based on the principle of post out. Okay, recursion. Here we are calling this function recursion. Number of times. How many times depends on this condition. Okay, let's see the example. See, take the example for the factorial of number. How to calculate the factorial of number using recursion? Here is a function prototype, int recursion int x. Void main, accept the number from the user to calculate the factorial of number. So here is your number. Then call the function recursion. Do the call to this function recursion of n. Okay, now your control is here. Here is your definition. Okay. In this function, int recursion int x, int f, f is a one variable. Okay, we are using this variable for the factorial. If x equals to 1, we know that if the number is 1, then factorial is 1, then return the 1. See, here we are returning the multiple values. Okay, but function returning the only one value. If this condition is true, then only returns this. Otherwise, it will return this. There is two return statement, but only one will execute at the same time. Okay, f equals to what? x into recursion of x minus 1. See, recursion of x into x means what? Suppose your x is 5. 5 into recursion of x minus 1 means 5 is here. Okay, and again we are giving the call to the function recursion of 4, x minus 1. 5 minus 1 means 4, recursion of 4. So 5 into recursion of 4. So at that time, again this whole code will execute here. Okay, at this place we are executing this code again. So 5 into 4 into, in the next step, recursion of 3. Then again this code will execute. Okay, in this way till the 1 this code is executing. And at the end it will return the f. Okay, return f. And this f will, see, this function is returning the f. So this f is put inside the b and print the value factorial equals to %d b. Okay, in this way we can calculate the factorial of number using recursion. Keep it in mind, the definition of recursion is, it is a process by which function call itself repeatedly until some specified condition has been satisfied. Okay, here we are calling this recursion function till this x equals to 1. The specified condition is that x equals to 1. Thank you.